we do something called Radical Christmas. It's a little bit of something a little bit different, where we just have the ability to make somebody else's life a little bit brighter at Christmas time. And over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about the different ways that you can get involved by making a donation, which goes then to support someone locally within our own city or internationally through the different missions initiatives that we're involved with. And so we have been highlighting different programs and initiatives over the last couple of weeks. And today I wanted to invite Donna up to join me. We're going to make our way over to our little Christmas set. Come on up, Donna. Would you make her feel welcome? Thanks. Woo! So Donna, for those of you that don't know, she runs a program that we call Coach. Coach is a program that not only runs at our church here, but actually in churches right around Australia. And it really fits in. It's a program that we run through Love This City. So Love This City is all about making a vibrant, healthy and connected community. And that fits right in with the aim of Coach, which is to...
Well, the aim of Coach is to help people thrive. And so we connect with hurting people in different areas around the Gold Coast. So we work with MFO, and they work with immigrants and refugees. And we also work with ladies at the Women's Refuge, and we get referrals from school chaplains. And we've recently been introduced to an interesting group who is involved with the reunification process. And so the reunification process is where families or parents lose their children for a time, and they work with this reunification organization to get their kids back. And so they track with that group for a year, and then it's all hands off. And so I talked to a lady from that organization, and she said, we're so grateful for a program just like this, because, you know, after the year is up, they get their kids back, and then it's like, oh my gosh, you know, what do I do now? And they just need people to offer that extra level of support to track with them for another 12 months. And that's what our program does. It's a 12-month commitment, and we walk alongside people to see them thrive.
Which is just incredible. And across all of the different agencies that we've been speaking to over the last sort of 12 to 18 months as we've put this program into place, that has been the biggest thing, which is to just... They sort of can't, in some instances, wrap their head around the fact that a volunteer would be willing to commit in faithfulness for 12 months to walk beside somebody, to walk beside a family, and really help them identify some goals that they'd like to reach across that 12 months, and then help them to achieve those goals, which is just incredible. So this last 12 months has really been a season for us, and Donna has worked tirelessly and very faithfully behind the scenes to set this program up. And sometimes the foundational things are not as visible, but it's setting us up to really impact many, many lives as we step into 2019. But we have seen 12 mentors, about a dozen mentors that are trained and ready to go. A number of those have already been matched and are meeting some of their participants and are well into their sort of 12-month journey. Can you tell us a little bit about, I know that there was one lady you were sharing with me. Tell us a little bit about that lady's story and situation.
Well, we had a lady from the Middle East, and so she grew up as, I think it was one of 9 children. She'd never been to school at all, any kind of schooling before, and so she's new to Australia, well, in the last, let's say, 5 years. She was involved in some domestic violence, so she's been separated from her husband for the last 4 years, and she's been taking English classes. So this would be, you know, one of her very first opportunities for any sort of formal education. So we're walking alongside of her to help her with her English, to get better at that. Her short-term goal was to pass the citizenship test, which she is scheduled to take soon. So our mentor has been helping her with her English to prepare for the exam. She also, I find that a lot of these ladies that maybe don't speak English as well, they really struggle to make friends. And so one of our short-term goals usually is community connections. And she lives very very close to Dream Center. And so I've talked to the lady over there, and we're trying to work her into the play group so that she has one-on-one opportunities. She doesn't drive. She needs a place that she can get to quickly by bus. So those are just sort of some examples of short-term goals. To help with English, to be a friend, to help with community connections. She has parenting struggles like a lot of people, so just venting and walking alongside solutions with the parenting issues and things like that. But mostly it's just being there. And I love how God does the big setup, because I didn't know that Tim's message today was going to be about faithfulness, and that was the message that God gave me today. It was a verse out of Hebrews, and it says, "Do good and help others." And so how do we remain faithful? Love God and love others. And this is a practical way that you can get involved to do that if you don't have sort of non-Christians in your world that you want to introduce to Jesus. You can get involved in something like this. And the goal is just to see people thrive, but we're hoping that by default in the process they also come to know Jesus as their Savior. So yeah, it's a great program. And we finally, it was a slow start at the beginning of the year, but we finally got some forward momentum now. And so it's great to see what God is doing moving forward, because we do have that momentum. And the lady from the reunification program, she says, "This is so great." She goes, "I'm going to send you all of my clients." So we do have training coming up again at the end of February, and we are going to need all hands on deck, as many of you as willing to get involved, because we don't want to have to put people on the waiting list. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited.
It's very excited, and we are thrilled to have you on board, Donna. And I just wanted to publicly thank Donna. I know that we haven't talked a lot about Coach this year, but behind the scenes, a lot has been happening. So would you just thank Donna for everything that she's been doing?